Hello everyone, Dom here. Sorry I'm late. I apologise. I thought I'd be ready for 9:30. My kids were mucking about quite a bit, so I had to deal with that. And then when I got on the PC and got all my news and stuff sorted out, because I'm an affiliate now, I had to do another round of... I've changed my password, so I had to change a few things in XSplit, and that delayed me even longer. So apologies. And I don't have a lot of viewers on now because there's probably a bunch of people annoyed that were going to tune in for 9:30, and I wasn't there at 9:30, so apologies, but I'm here now. So, yeah, okay, I've put the tweet out. Going to be chatting about a bunch of things today, this evening. I always do these sort of late night streams, and I appreciate anyone who tunes in. And this is the first one where we're affiliates, so thanks again for everyone for tuning in to these streams, helping us hit affiliate. That's really cool that people can subscribe to the channel now and support Esports News UK in another way that some people probably prefer to do. Right, I'm going to try and do 2 streams a week. We've done a couple of interviews recently with Endpoint, Rocket League player Relating Wave, and Vitality top laner Alfari. On, was that Tuesday or Wednesday just gone? One of those days. So that was really good to talk to a top League of Legends pro as well. So yes, today I'm going to chat about a few things. I've got a lot of tabs open. We'll see how we get on. Sometimes I like to chat quite late about news and things that's going on in esports and UK esports in particular. Yesterday it was announced that Kieran Darby, one of the co-founders of XO Esports, had left the organisation, meaning there are no original co-founders that are a part of Excel anymore. Kieran and his brother Joel set up Excel. Oh gosh, I should know the year now. I want to say 2014, but I could be wrong. I know it was not too far before the year that I set up Esports News UK, which was like 2015. So yeah, iCrazy, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to chat about the knock stuff. Thanks for reminding me about that. Have I watched the show match? I saw some of it briefly earlier, between Coy in Spain and Carmine Corb in France, right? It's like a rematch show match, right? It's going on right now, isn't it? I believe. I think Cagel's doing a stream, so that might be another reason why not loads of people are going to tune into this one. Is it finished, Crazy, or is it still going on? Right, okay. Let's jump in. Let's chat about the Excel stuff then. That stuff is insane. Yeah, it is. It'd be interesting to see how many viewers they have. Do you know what? I'm just going to, before I start this stream up and chat about news and stuff, I'm just going to have a look at Cagel's stream. Because in a way, it's, you know, the fact that they've got a crowd and everything like that, it's very well produced, isn't it? Yeah, Cagel's broadcasting it now, 22,000 viewers. He's doing the English broadcast. And we'll chat about Cagel and Medic. They're going to be doing the English broadcast for the LFL, the official French League of Legends. Citrus Empire, thanks very much for following. How are you doing? Good to chat to you the other day. And we must play some League soon. I was playing some League yesterday with David Duffy, who's editor of Millennium, those series of sites. And I forget what it's called now, Millennium. They did a rebrand recently. I should know that. I feel really bad. And I won one, lost one in my. How's your placements going, Citrus? How are they doing? Third game about to start. Oh right, is it 1-0? Is it a best of 5? Crazy. 150,000 viewers on the main stream of this Carmine Corp versus Coy show match. I'm looking at it on Cagel's thing. I'm not going to bring it up on the stream just in case I'm not allowed to co-stream. But yeah, it looks really nice. Not a huge crowd. There's probably a few hundred in there, right? But it's pretty cool to look at. I like the lighting and everything like that. So, you know, I like show matches. I like when XL Esports, speaking of XL, I liked when they did their Neo Surf Cup a couple of years ago at Twickenham Stadium. And they had, who did they have there now? XL. They had a couple of other teams. I don't think it was Unicorns of Love, but they had a couple of other streams. Citrus Empire, you subbed. You naughty person. Thanks so much. I really appreciate that. You're the first. You've made history today. You're the first subscriber of the Esports News UK Twitch channel ever, of all time. Should we make an NFT for it or something like that to mark the occasion? Crazy said it's at the Louvre. Oh, Rogue. Oh, no, I don't think it was Rogue who they played again. I could be wrong with that. I want to say Misfits. I think it was a Misfits B team or something like that. Oh, you haven't done a single one yet, Citrus Empire. Oh, hang on. What's happened there? Sorry, Nightbot has deleted something. Stop spamming caps. Oh, sorry. Nightbot, I didn't realise Nightbot was set up doing that. Apologies. See if you can paste it in again without the caps. That's one thing that annoyed me when I was at the British Esports Association. We'd have a bot that was way too sensitive and it was deleting a lot of people's messages. How am I the first one? Well, I'll tell you, Citrus, it's because we've only just become Twitch affiliate. We only got Twitch affiliate status, I don't know what it was, a week and a half ago or so. So we've only just gained the ability to receive subscriptions. So that's very kind. Do you know what? It would be good if I can somehow change the banner, the bar I have at the bottom, the donation bar, and change it to include subs. I wonder if anyone knows if that's possible. That would be handy if I could do that, right? If I could make a sub appear with whatever it is, right? I think a sub is 250. 250 goes to Twitch, doesn't it? Now, did you use Prime with that, Citrus, can I ask? Because I don't know if there's a way that it can tell me if I've had a Prime thing come through, if I can do notifications. Someone who's better at streaming than me might be able to tell me a good answer there with that. Citrus said everyone needs to drop their Prime subs right now. I'm not saying that, okay? There are loads of good streams out there as well. It does help your support with my hosting and everything else. Citrus said, also it's possible you just have to set the entire bar back up. I did use Prime because it's January and laughed my ass off. Imagine having disposable income in January. Yeah, exactly. We're in the same boat. Will, good evening, Dom. Good evening, Will. How are you? Thanks for tuning in on another late night mad stream with me. How have things been at British Esports since coming back? You must be delighted that the Women in Esports Twitter had so many more followers after all the Thorin and Women in Esports discussions over the past few weeks. You must be really happy. Thanks for tuning in. Right, should we dive in then? Because I've got a lot to chat about. As always, UK League of Legends and stuff like that. I will say before I jump in, actually, is there anyone out there? Because my office here, right, are there any experts with like, what's the word? Not damp, but like, like humidity levels? Because I felt like this room, it isn't damp, but it gets a bit cold. And because it's half of the garage, I bought one of these humidity checkers, and it's like 51%, 52%. It's mucking it up when I hold it because the thing's going up. It was around 40%, but today it's been about 55%. Whatever it is, humidity level, and I don't know if that's good or not, so I might get one of those dehumidifiers for this room. I think 55 is probably a bit too high. Are there any experts in there in the chat that can help me with that? Will said, doing well, it's great to see, just wanting LCT to blow. What's LCT? Am I being silly? What's you talking about Lucent, are you? Yes, you're right. Citrus, dehumidifier and a good radiator. So I've just turned, because I haven't been in here all day today. I've been looking after the kids and stuff. I do have a good sort of radiator on the left there, like an electric one that I can turn on and off. When this place when it warms up, look, it's all dropping now. It's 49. When this is warmed up, it's like 40, high 30s, I think, which is pretty good. Yeah, Lucent, of course. Lucent LCT. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I've been waffling for a while. The other thing is, you may have noticed there, I've got a lightsaber for Christmas, over Christmas. I know, I'm sad. But the thing is, because esports and gaming has become my job now over the years, I need another escape. And for some reason, Star Wars has been a bit my escape over the past month or two. I've been enjoying watching Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett now come out, which is really good. Some of the games as well, like Battlefront 2, I've never really played that much before until now, so I've been enjoying playing those games, and I've got a lightsaber. I don't know, I'm sad. I am sad. Maybe I'll get the lightsaber out the next maybe if we get to 3 subs on this stream, I'll get the lightsaber out and turn the light off and be a sad geek with you. Alright, how's that for Will said, powered by MSI. Have I peed something? Will, I'm not following. Powered by MSI. That's where we did our interview series, right? Powered by... Are you saying the lightsaber's powered by MSI? Sorry. I'm a bit slow tonight. Listen, I've got an excuse. And you guys, you're helping because I had a positive test the other day, which is annoying. I've had a bit of a cough today. But honestly, I'm not feeling too bad. And my wife isn't either. So I'm thinking we've got this Omicron strain, which, is apparently contagious, but not super horrific with the symptoms and stuff. So we're okay at the moment. I'm hoping it goes quickly. Maybe it's going to get worse before it gets better, but we'll see. Your title is off, Dom. That's why. Yes, it is. Oh gosh, thank you, mate. Let's go in. Schoolboy errors. I'm still doing it with these streams. I've improved a little bit on stream, but I've still got a lot to learn as well. So let's go in. Let's change this title. Here, I'm not interviewing Vitality UK top laner Alfari on his return to the LEC. I'm not. We're doing a news recap stream. We're doing an esports news weekly recap stream with Dom Sacco. Okay, let's just do that, and then let's save it. There we go. Okay. All right. You happy now, Will? I hope. Right, okay. Right, this has been a really delayed, waffly intro here. Let's jump in and let's chat about UK League stuff. I'm going to be chatting about Burnout in esports. We had a bunch of people in League of Legends announce things about burnout and the importance of mental health. Kieran, the co-founder of XL Esports, has left. Nox, another team, withdrawn from the NLC. They've actually ceased operations entirely, so I don't think that's too much to do with the NLC, from what I understand. But we'll chat about that. And NLC caster lineup, some great names in there. We'll chat about some of those and so on. And there was something else I put in my tweet as well. But I've got a whole bunch of other things as well to chat about, UK League of Legends and so on. There we go, season 20, the 2022 League of Legends season, and there's a bunch of changes in there as well, which I think are pretty cool, to be honest, with skins and stuff like that. So let's go into the streaming stuff then, and we'll chat about XL. What do you guys think of this? Because I'll be honest with you, I had this story, or part of this story, what we do on Esports News UK now, which we've been doing, it's been working quite well for us. Megalodontus, one of our freelance writers, and I have been doing this technique, and I did it with this as well because I heard Kieran might be leaving XL Esports, so I saved an article in the back end of Esports News UK, saved it as a draft, no one else could see it obviously, and I had my notifications for Kieran's Twitter turned on, and I saw yesterday he announced he was leaving. I managed to just go in, make a few tiny tweaks to the article and then push it out, and I found that's a good technique to get news out quickly when you're waiting on something that you're not 100% sure might happen, but you know when it does happen, you can publish the article. So to me, it's not a surprise that Kieran's left. I think it is a sad story that the co-founders of one of the biggest UK sports organisations out there are no longer with the organisation. Their mark on the organisation has kind of, it's been made, but the organisation has changed a lot, right, in recent years. They've sold, as I've put towards the bottom of the article here, Kieran and Joel had sold large parts of XL over the years to raise funds and grow the business, but in doing so lost direct control of it. Whatever's next for them, XL will always be part of their legacy. And I put a tweet out saying, I'm looking for funding with Esports News UK, and I have to be careful with this stuff because the minute you sell over 50% of your business, you lose control of it. And if there are people on the board and so on that you don't fully trust, like once the more you sell of a business, the more power the other investors have, or part owners of the company have over you, and they, if the board votes it, can get rid of you. Now we're not 100% sure that's what's happened here. Kieran has said, I will no longer be an employee at Excel and not involved in the day-to-day operations of the brand. That doesn't mean he's been booted out. It could be that he's chosen. But there's obviously something happened there where, it hasn't worked out, has it, for the XL boys, Kieran and Joel, at the organisation. Joel left a year ago, of course. I put in here, he left before joining Method for a 10-month stint before becoming a full-time dad and finishing a degree. So, Phoenix McNoob, how you doing, Alistair? I'm sad to hear about your news today as well. I hope you're doing okay. VC can be dangerous. Yes, it can. Phoenix McNoob said, I like the subtle mention of the 3 months after the new esports hire and gardening leave. I have a feeling some would lose the meaning of that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I put that in there, that it's something I heard, right? It might not be 100%, but I'd heard that he may have been on gardening leave over the past few months before today's announcement. And the news comes after Tim Reichart was appointed new esports director at Excel back in October, and that was Kieran's old title, right? And then Kieran's job title changed from esports director to co-founder. So, Excel are going in a different direction. I like how Kieran was wearing the old Excel jersey in this, because that's what he built, right? That's the old Excel, and in a way Kieran and Joel represent that old Excel and part of the new one as well. Got them in the LEC and all that great stuff. But yeah, you've, like you said, Phoenix McNoob, very telling it was the OG Excel jersey. Exactly. Citrus Empire said, gonna buy 51% of Esports News UK and cons to vote for more Sackos Snackos. Yeah. I was gonna join this stream. I was going to bring some snacks in actually, but I had a bit of a big dinner, citrus, and I don't have any with me. I do have a. Can we make this alliteration? I think. I mean, if it was alcohol, we could have done Sacco's shots or Sacco's Sambuca or something like that. But I'm afraid it's just boring old Robinson's juice. But cheers anyway. So that's all I've got for you today. I did have a Rogue Crisp in here the other day, citrus, but that's been thrown in the bin now. I don't know where it was. I sometimes have snacks and Pringles, and gamer snacks, but that Rogue Crisp has been thrown away now. So I apologise. There's no snacks here. I could go out and get some actually if I get a bit peckish in a bit. But anyway, I'm digressing here. Sacco's squash, yes. How did I not think of that? Beely, thank you for joining. How are you doing? Dom's drinking dilemma, very good. Alistair said. Crazy said, is this a good step for the UK XO Esports? If you look at it on the grand scheme of things, Crazy, what Kieran and Joel have done, I think, is a good thing because, like I've said at the bottom of my article, they've shown the UK esports industry that you can build something successful from scratch with the right vision and work ethic. Kieran and Joel were very good at selling their vision to other investors and to Riot to get in the LEC is no easy thing at all. Those investors it wouldn't surprise me. I'll make a bit of a prediction here. I don't want this to be the case, but it wouldn't surprise me if some of the owners at Excel stay in the LEC for a little bit longer and then sell and make a profit. Right? We saw Schalke sell their LEC slot, didn't we, for 26 million euros last year to Team BDS. As I understand it, these LEC slots originally, back in, when was it now, late 2018, early 2019, I think, were 10 million euros reported, around 10 million euros. So that's gone up a lot in 2 and a bit years. So it wouldn't surprise me if Excel get out of the LEC and sell their slot in the near future. If they keep continually missing playoffs, that wouldn't surprise me one bit. What do you guys think? Sipping with Sacco as well. Yeah, that's another good one. Wimbar, how's it going, John? Thank you for joining. He said, and this is why we avoid investment. Been there, done that, don't want again. I didn't know you'd been there, John. Is that obviously you don't have to answer, especially live on a public stream. But was that for Epic Land or something else? Because I understand that you completely own Epic Land, right? Am I right there? And I've had dilemmas recently, John. I've had offers. I had an offer from a company before Christmas, and we've been back and forth, and they're interested. And I think they have quite a good vision. I like them, but their offer isn't quite right for me. It's a bit of a long-term thing, and stocks and shares and things like that. Not much up front, and I don't really want to take that risk when Esports News UK is all I have, right? Basically, I do a little bit of consultancy, so it's not all I have, but do you know what I mean? I don't want to sell 100% of my business, so I don't want to do that at the moment. Okay, TNWA, remind me what that means again, please. I'm not on it tonight at all. We've had abbreviation problems with Will in here as well. We got wrapped in that whole enemy down at TNW. Oh, right, okay, yeah. Oh, of course, yes. God, that was a while ago, right? UKESA, UK Esports Association, before the days of British Esports. I forgot that you were involved in that stuff, John. I forgot about that. Crazy said, you definitely need some PBN. Hope Excel don't turn into Dig. Well, I mean, it's possibility, isn't it? It's possibility when investors sell. I guess they don't care too much where the the new owners are based. Excel, to me, that will be sad if they do sell abroad. That will be sad. But we have had other new brands emerge, haven't we, in recent years, like London Royal Ravens, part of Rec Global. That is still a relatively new brand in the UK. And we do have other organisations in the UK. Maybe someone will step up and fill that gap. Who knows? But that's Excel. Oh, and also, good friend of Esports News UK and myself, Nathan Edmunds, has left Excel as well. That was announced a little while ago. I think just before Christmas he announced that. And he's joined Hitmarker, the esports and gaming job site, of course. And he actually opened up. I was actually sort of not surprised, but I welcomed Nathan's honesty for this article. He sent me a bit of an exclusive quote, and he said about Excel, I asked him if he'd miss working for a team org like Excel, and he said yes and no. Interacting with the Excel community was by far the best part of my job, and I truly enjoyed many of the projects I helped launch across my 21-month stay at the company. But look, working for an esports org is hard work, act surprised, and being the sole social media manager there for nearly 17 months really took a toll on my mental health. It drained me completely of any creative ability, and it was really hard some days to get work done. I'm looking forward to working on a new project and still experience the hectic moments this industry brings, while also ensuring that my mental health is well cared for at the same time. Yeah, I can imagine working for an esports organisation full time, especially in a role of social media where you're on it all the time. You're not going to get many breaks. It's hard. I mean, I in a way with Esports News UK, I'm a little bit like that, because it's story after story after story after story. And I have a note on my wall there, which is you don't need to do every story, because there are a million stories happening all the time, and I can't possibly do everyone. But yeah, social media I think is even harder than working for a publication, because you've got to do tweets and think of new things to do all the time. Our Crazy said, what is the right way for an org to get investment? Social media work is hard to do alone, as we have to do a lot of things and always come up with new ideas and such on. Yeah, exactly. Wimbar said, we get offers every couple of months. Wow, and it's just not the direction we want to go in. I'm quite happy doing our own thing and growing things organically. I'm very similar, John. Very, very similar. And it's just why I'm, I look up to you and you guys at Epic Land. I've learnt from you. I'm inspired by you because of what you've done it by yourself. Also other companies as well, doing their own thing, like Hot Drop and Pro Mod and things like that. And businesses that have staff, like that's what I want to do. I want to get staff. So I really admire companies like yourselves that have been able to do it by yourself. I struggle to earn enough to hire staff. That's my challenge. So I do want to seek funding this year, but it'll probably be sell 20%, 25% of Esports News UK and see how I do with a team for a year or two. That's what I do. I don't really want to sell over 50%. That's for sure. But that's great. You get offers every couple of months. Well, I mean, if it annoys you, it's not great, but it shows that you're doing something right, John. Right, to get people interested in the company. Crazy said, wish orgs can get investment to grow, but for the right meaning and good people to come in and help orgs out. Yeah, absolutely. And you said, what's the right way for an org to get investment? That's a tough question. I guess it will be depends on the org. Right, the type of org, the type of business they have, the type of games they're in, who they want to bring in. There are loads of ways of getting investment. Loads of ways. There's angel investment, angel investor websites and communities and all kinds of. I haven't actually actively reached out to investors until I put a post on LinkedIn the other day saying that I'm actually actively looking now, because like John, I don't get as many offers as John, but every now and then. Every few months or so, I might get an offer here or there, or more than a few months, maybe more like 3, 4, or 5 months or so on. So that's the Excel stuff, and on Excel as well, they did announce their NLC roster, the lower tier sort of academy team, their BT roster yesterday as well, which I noticed they announced that just before Kieran's announcement. But I covered it. I updated the article I did on their LEC roster, and I think this was already rumoured, this roster, to be honest. But I've updated that article so anyone looking for that can see it. Kryes, Dan, Emenez, Zamulek, Kikis, and Torok as coach. Dan, of course, is a UK player. Was in the LEC first team for a bit. Just over a year ago, I think he started doing that, and he's unfortunately got pushed down into the B team now. But their other jungler, Marcoon, and the support player Advian have done well. They switched; they were in the B team, right, and they've gone up to the A team. Okay, so that's the Excel stuff. Anyone have any other views on Excel before we move on? And people join in as well. This is our first stream we're having as a Twitch affiliate, which I'm really pleased with. We've had our first subscriber today, Citrus Empire. Shout out to Citrus, who I've known for a while now. helped with British Esports as a Vainglory game advisor and has done some cool bits and pieces with British Esports and so on. And I need to play some League at some point. Nathan Edmunds has joined. Great org. Hello, Nathan. How's it going? We were just talking about you. Actually, you've just missed. We had your picture on the, and we were just reading out. I was just reading out one your quotes about working for Excel and so on. And so Nathan will have insider info if he wants to write in the stream or whatnot. Yeah. So that first thing there on the you've just done it in the chat, Citrus. First, does that mean you're the first subscriber to Esports News UK? I wonder, will you always have that badge next to your name on our Twitch stream? That's pretty cool, isn't it? You are the first. That is a nice achievement you've made there. I've mucked this up here. Hang on a minute. There we go. Permanent. Wow. That is permanent. Maybe I should have made that. I should have tweeted out, right? We could have had a bidding war going on or something like that. People trying to subscribe to become number one. You beat them to it. Hello, Temporal. How are you? Friggy Cake. This is great. The gang's here. How's it going, Will? I think everyone gets it who does it in the first month. You can get sub. Oh, right. Okay. Well, I think January is the first. I can't. Let's bring up. Let's bring up my tweet. I did it the other day. December 30th. Alistair's subscribed. Thank you, Alistair. Alistair, you don't need to do this stuff because I know you've supported us a lot with a donation the other month and also Patreon as well. You're supporting a lot on Patreon, so I really appreciate it. Thanks very much. I need to fix that subscriber noise, don't I? Let's make a note here. I've got like a really boring, basic sound for when people subscribe. Do people have any requests? Do you guys also for emojis as well? I want to get some custom emotes sorted for the Twitch chat. I can hear Sue Collins' voice in my head calling me a boomer for calling them emoji. They're emotes, aren't they, in the Twitch chat? I made that mistake before and she laughed at me. Yeah, any ideas for emotes for Esports News UK custom emotes, but also for subscriber noise as well? Is there anything you want to see? I've been told people want my bald head as a Twitch emote on Esports News UK, but yeah, I need to get the subscriber sort of noise and animation sorted. I don't know what we can do. Something about Esports News UK or me. I don't know what we can do there. Oh, let's catch up here in the chat. Temporal says, I'm good. Another week of lamenting NFTs and playing League. Oh, right. What NFTs are you getting into? I saw, actually, I haven't got it listed, but I saw with NFTs, was it Sega announced they were going to do some NFT experiments, and they've gone back on their word because the backlash from the community was so great, and Sega said, one of the high ups at Sega said, we don't want to be seen to be just doing something for making money, so we're not doing anything. Well, for now we've reverted on this NFT plan we had. Frigid Cake, Dom face emotes, and you saying something stupid for subs. Yeah, I see, it was saying something stupid. What is it though? I need to think of me saying something stupid. Okay, I'll make any suggestions you guys make. I'm going to write down. Me saying something stupid. There we go. What could I say that's stupid? Phoenix McNoob says, call people a naughty person as the noise. Yeah, so if anyone doesn't know, when Alistair sent a big donation in last month, I said, Alistair, what are you doing, you naughty person? That was just my initial reaction, right? It's like the reaction I have if I'm out with family or something and someone offers to pay for a meal or something like that. Or my dad is really sneaky sometimes. He'll pretend he's going to the toilet and then he goes to the blooming front desk and pays for the meal. Like stuff like that, you know, he sneakily pays for things, and I'll say, that's really naughty of you, you know. Oh, Citrus said, my God, your Twitter profile picture is perfect for a Twitch emote. Yeah, and do you know what? I have a cartoon version of that a designer, another Dominic, a designer we hired at the British Esports Association. So I do have that. I might be able to use that. You know, I'll make a note of that because we already have a sort of cartoon graphic of me. I'll just make a note of that. Temporal says, I'm getting into reminding my friends and family that it is MLM and should be avoided like the plague. Yeah. And not a lot of people understand NFTs still, do they? You know, the mainstream. I don't think they fully understand them. Sacco Snacko's emote. Yeah, again, we have that. We have that, John, from British Esports. So I might be able to, if I speak to those guys, I might be able to nick it. Fridge cake, yeah, we'll have to narrow that down a bit, Dom, sorry. Yeah, we'll have to think of me saying something. Temporal said, best sub noises are the quotes from previous streams, like a reaction to dying in game or the naughty person indeed. Yeah, the naughty one could be quite good, but it might be a bit weird as well. I'll have a think. I'll have a think about it. But anyway, we're digressing here, aren't we? We're digressing. What are we on to next? So the league season, I'll run through this quickly because I know there are a few people in the chat that don't care about league here. But the 2022 season has been announced, so you know the ranked grind is kicking off again. But what I found interested in here is they're changing. So there was actually a Wild Rift Esports announcement, which was buried in this. I was a bit surprised Riot buried it. Well, it is Wild Rift though, right? So it's not as big as the PC version of League, the mobile version, Wild Rift. They are introducing 8 regional leagues. And its first official global tournament, the Wild Rift Icons Global Championship, which will take place this summer in Europe. They haven't said where. It'd be lovely if they held something in the UK, wouldn't it? Again. And so there'll be a world champion there. There'll be a world champion in Wild Rift. But yeah, right, I won't go into too much detail here. They've made some changes to the league client. Skins, you're not going to have prestige points anymore. Citrus, I know you're someone that you have a few prestige skins, right? Then you're not going to have prestige points anymore. You're going to have mythic essence. Your prestige points are going to disappear, so spend them while you can if you have some. And then the gemstones, which unlock Hextech skins, they're going to become mythic essence. So, and then with mythic essence, you'll be able to buy mythic skins, which will include some previous prestige skins and bits and pieces, and also new skin lines as well that are moving away from the whole gold chroma thing that prestige skins usually do. So this is an example of a new mythic skin type, Ashen Knight. This is Ashen Knight Pike here, which looks pretty cool. I like this like black and purple colour scheme rather than the gold and white, which some people have said isn't that good for prestige. So right, listening to the community there, I think it's pretty interesting anyway. I think the reason I'm talking about it as well is owners of older prestige skins, like in 2018 and 2019. I think this Evelyn one's from 2019. Those who've got the original skin will now get this new exclusive version, and people who don't have the original will be able to get the original in a rotating new mythic shop. So I do find it funny that a lot of people have moaned over the years, because I'm part of the Evelyn Mains subreddit, right? A lot of people have moaned over the years saying, or over the past 2 years, I missed the chance to get the prestige version of Evelyn. I really want it. It's not fair, Riot, blah, blah, blah. And then Riot have announced they can get them. But now people are annoyed, saying, oh, but now I can't get this exclusive version. Like, the community are never happy. So I can see Riot's problem there. Yeah, okay, so that's league stuff. I don't know if many of you care about this, to be honest. It's not esportsy, but it's league, isn't it? And we do cover a lot of league. And speaking of league, NLC announced their caster lineup. This was earlier today, actually. Again, it's another article where we had Megalodontus and I had a lot of this. We kind of knew, right? We'd heard who the casters were going to be, and we were waiting for that announcement. We didn't want to spoil it, because it is nice to have a decent caster lineup. We heard about this actually when we did the piece about the prize pool and the funding, the 200,000 euros for the NLC, the League of Legends European Regional League for UK, Ireland and Nordics, of course. But because we've done a long feature on that and some of the community reaction to NLC and some of the issues they're having, we didn't want to bury a talent announcement in there. So we were able to get this pretty quickly live earlier, like within 10 or so minutes of NLC announcing the caster lineup, which is good because it means anyone searching for it, it gets on Google News pretty quickly. And the reason I'm talking about it as well, of course, it's a UK league, UK Nordics and Ireland, but there's some good UK talent in here. There's a lot of returning faces and some new ones as well, which I'll talk about. Citra said on the skins, they're meant to be limited rounds, so I'm glad they're doing exclusives and such. Yeah, I agree, yeah. Actually makes it feel unique / rare. Yeah, exactly. If I remember rightly, Citrus, you've got a... was it a Prestige... Kaiser, I think. I played with you when you were Kaiser a few times, because I was Evelyn. So you'll get an exclusive Kaiser now, which is pretty cool. So yeah, you can see the casters there returning. The new face in the caster lineup is Arcarom, who is a Portuguese caster who has a history in the Portuguese ERL, the LPLOL. So yeah, I think Megalodontus wants to do an interview with Arcarom, so you'll get to know him a bit more when we do that. That'll be cool. And then returning names: Goldborg, Hiprain, Initialized, Jamada, and Nymera, Viperin. Of course, Nymera and Initialize are brothers. And Nymera, I think, is going to be based out of the Berlin studios, moving to Berlin. So good luck to those guys. That's going to be great. And Viperoon as well. And also Troublelink is returning. So a nice mix of like experienced names, a few newcomers. I say newcomers, like people like Viperoon and Nymera have been casting for a while anyway in the UK scene. So this is like a natural sort of promotion, step up to the next level for those guys. Citrus said the first Kaiser one, yeah, and the second one, and Eve, and a bunch more. Love Miles. How many? Come on then, Citrus. How many prestige skins have you got? Because I've got two now. I've got Evelyn and Diana. I really like the Battle Queen Diana prestige. I want to know how many prestige skins you've got, because I think you'll put me to shame, to be honest. Yeah, and of course with this NLC announcement as well, there are a few that have moved away. Ex-Scoundrel, he's with PR agency The Story Mob now, and Orcs has joined the LPL English language broadcast team, so he's going to be covering Chinese League of Legends, so that's good to see him. And he's joining a few other UK and Ireland casters as well, Munchables, Dagda and Penguin. I think Penguin is... I'm surprised they've put Penguin there, because I think he announced he's... I don't know if he's dropped the Penguin name or not, but he put a tweet out recently saying that going forwards he's just been known as Oisin Malloy. I may have pronounced that wrong, apologies if so. But good to see Orcs making his way up there. It was a shame Orcs missed out on... Was it EU Masters? I want to say... Orcs. Oh no, sorry, it was he's done EU Masters I think before. It was the LEC guest casters. They had a bunch from NLC and Orcs wasn't there, and it was a little bit Orcswood. God, I couldn't help myself with that pun, could I? Apologies. No, I'm not going to apologise for my pun. No, but it was a bit awkward because I felt a bit sorry for Orcs because he was more experienced than some of them that did have that call up to the LEC. So it's nice to see him on a big stage now. LPL is huge, of course. Some of the biggest, some of the world champions, right, are from China. So that's great. Good luck to Orcs there. Yeah, and Orcs said, I have the joy of announcing I'll be joining the LPL English broadcast as a full-time caster for 2022. Being brought on as a guest was the highlight of this year, and I'm so excited to be covering this storied region when things kick off in January. I'll see you then. Yeah, so this was announced over a week ago. I haven't done a news stream in a little while. Did I do one last weekend? I can't remember. Maybe I've already mentioned this. Apologies if I have. God dear, I've said apologies a lot here, haven't I? Citrus said, let me finish this game of TFT and I'll tell you. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. You're playing TFT and listening to the Esports News UK stream and subscribing to the Esports News UK stream at the same time. Nice one. Nice one. I'm impressed. Crazy said, K-Corp are dominating Game 3. Yeah, maybe I was a bit silly to do a stream while they're on. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they do. Well, K-Corp, they want revenge, right? Because I think in this show match that's happening right now between Koi and Carmine Corp, the Spanish and French respective League of Legends teams, I think Koi won the first show match, right? 2-1 the other week. So Carmine will want revenge on them. Almost finished. Yeah, let me know if Carmine win. Because then, you know what's going to happen if Carmine win. You will have had Koi has won the first one. Carmine's won the second. They'll probably do a decider match, you know, that you sometimes get in boxing and so on. Like, this is the best of 3 now. You'll probably get that at some point. Give them an excuse to do another event, wouldn't it? Citrus multitasking indeed. I'm not very good at doing that. And speaking of casters and LFL and English broadcast, Cadro and Medic, 2 big UK League of Legends personalities and casters, are going to be joining the LFL, the French League, English broadcast team as guest casters. Now, this is the first time we've had an English broadcast for the French League. Again, shows you how big it's getting. The French League and the Spanish League are the giant leagues of the European regional leagues below the LEC and League of Legends, and it just goes to show, doesn't it, that we're getting some good, you know, big names, some big names here. Cadro and Medic. I will say I don't know some of these other casters that well. Do any of you guys know of these casters? Let's bring it up a little bit bigger here so you can see. Can you see this on stream? Okay, the left 2 are cut off a bit. Sierra Dawn and Influenia. I believe some of these are based out of North America. Well, I haven't heard of some of these casters before, so let me know if you know of any of these and if what they're like and so on. But I look forward. There's too many leagues, isn't there? League of Legends. There's too many tournaments to follow. I want to watch the French League, but I want to watch the LEC and I want to watch the NLC as well. And, you know, some of the other regions, I like watching the North American LCS and stuff. I can't watch it all and run a website. It's impossible. So I want to watch this. I'll probably flip between different leagues. Oh, it's full NA cast, Temporal. Thank you. Yeah, I did get that impression there were a bunch from NA, and I didn't look into it that much. So Cadro and Medic are just guest casters, right? So the rest is a 6-person team, and Cadro and Medic are guests. So, but that's pretty cool. Temporal said, not like there was a full EU contingent ready to go. The broadcast partner is owned by an LFL team owner. Yeah, and the broadcast partner as well. They're based out of Canada, aren't they? So I guess it makes sense for them to have a North American lineup. Where is it here? Yeah, there we go. Canadian esports organiser Northern Arena have teamed up with Webedia, Riot, and the LFL to broadcast this. And it's going to be, the English language streams will be broadcast from the Northern Arena Twitch channel. So I followed this earlier. I hadn't heard of Northern Arena actually before this. Canada's largest esports tournament organisation. So they've got 50,000 Twitch followers and have recently been streaming Mario 64. So yeah, that's interesting. No, it's exciting. I think it's an exciting time to be a League of Legends esports fan at the moment. Absolutely. It's grown. I've seen it grown so much, especially at the lower tiers, right? The semi-pro and the tiers below LAC. It's grown a lot. And so you've got to give credit to Riot. It has been frustrating that the UK scene hasn't had the views that Spain and France and the others have got. But, you know, I can't complain. At least we've got a UK scene. Temporal said, also messed up the announcement which caused reaction from Medic and Cadro. Oh, did they? I missed that, Temporal. Have I missed some spicy drama there? How did they mess up their announcement? Temporal, I'm only mildly salty after I tried to make this happen last year. Yeah, I remember there was a few people trying to get English broadcast, and also just before Christmas, people saying, or before it was announced, right, late last year, we need an English. When we're going to get an English broadcast? I'd like an English broadcast of the Spanish league. Is there an English broadcast of the Spanish league, or is there not? Citrus Empire's going to show off here with the prestige skins. So Citrus has got original Kai'Sa, KDA Eve, Akali, Riven, Lee Sin, Senna, second Kai'Sa, Darkstar Malphite, Diana. So you've got 9. Was tempted to go for the Leona one, but also massively couldn't be asked. Yeah, I didn't see much I wanted last year. The only one I wanted was Diana, and then it went out of the shop. And then luckily they did an end of year shop, didn't they? So I saved up some tokens and I got Diana at the end of the year. Okay. Right, let's move on. We've spoken about casters and stuff. Now, this is a big topic I want to talk about here. Where are we? Yeah, here we go. So, burnout. It just keeps coming back, doesn't it? It keeps rearing its ugly head, burnout. I suffered a bit of burnout last summer, around August time. I took a week off and I paid someone to stand in for me. But I'll be honest, I struggle to be able to pay someone for a week. John, you'll have this challenge as well. Although actually, I guess it's slightly different for you, right? If you have events, you can try and find a period, block out a week or two where you aren't running any events, and you don't need someone to stand in as an editor, right? News is always happening. I can't just take a week off and not write anything. I'll fall off a cliff on Google and whatever else. So that's a challenge. But burnout is a big topic. Just before we come on to that, I'll just read Temporal's message on the English-French cast. The first tweet just listed all casters. Cagel hadn't even replied to their initial message. Oh. Spanish and French tournament organisers aren't in a rush since their native numbers crush us so badly. They'd rather drive viewership to their own sponsors and streams since language of cast is not a deal breaker. Oh, right. Okay. And Crazy said, being a social media manager, taking a break is hard. Yeah, it is. It is hard. You need to be part of a big team. This is why I want to grow my team as well, partly, so that I can have a deputy editor or a senior writer or reporter. I can have a week off work, and pass it. I'll time some content up, make it a bit easier for them, do some features and opinion pieces or whatever else. But then having someone who I know I can rely on and trust to get the news done. And just get it done, and I don't need to hire someone each time, a freelancer, is a big thing. That would really help. Will said, taking my work email off my phone was the best thing I ever did. Oh yeah, tell me about it. I can imagine that. Do you know I was lucky, Will, when I was at British Esports, I had a work phone. I had a work iPhone, and then I had my personal one. That was great because it meant at 6 o'clock I could just switch that work phone off. That was cool, but not everyone's going to get a work phone, That was big up British Esports for providing a work phone. But then, of course, when I left full time, now I've got people like to chat work on WhatsApp as well. I've noticed now WhatsApp I like to see WhatsApp as a not an escape, but a personal thing where I can chat to friends and family. Not messages from people who want a sponsored article or have got some news for me. That's not what I want to use it for. With my team and freelancers and so on, I have used WhatsApp. I say reach me on WhatsApp in an emergency, but only, or quick things happened, and only in emergencies. Wimbar said, "What's this about weeks off?" Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Oh no, I mentioned that, John, as well, because you must have had time off, right, when you got married? You must have had. I hope you had a bit of time off. But yeah, it's important. I haven't had a holiday in ages now because of blooming COVID. When COVID hit, what was it? Start March 2020. My last holiday, I had a holiday, a very brief one, with my wife, because my wife's birthday's in March, and I think we went somewhere, I can't remember where we went now, Bournemouth or somewhere like that, just in a small holiday cottage, and that was at the time when COVID was picking up pace, and people were getting worried, and because I remember I went to a shop nearby, and all the toilet rolls were sold out, a little corner shop. I was like, what is going on? Oh, you was allowed wedding and honeymoon off. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's good, Crazy, to take a few days off. Sometimes I will, if I'm doing well with my numbers, my traffic stats, and I'm ahead, and there's 5 days left before the next month begins, I would just ease up on news a little bit. Unless the biggest story in the world is broken, I just ease up a little bit, take my foot off the pedal, and just do one post a day. But with the kids, I never feel like I have a blooming day off. That's the thing. Wimbar, we're not all events, remember now. Yes, of course, yeah. Yeah, when I think of you, I associate you with events, but you do a bunch of things. Absolutely. Crazy. Worst thing is thinking about doing work. Yeah, and I get it as well. I'll have like a day off and I'll just think about, or I'll see something's happened, or I'll just check Twitter for a bit. And you can't just check Twitter for a bit. I mean, maybe some people can out there. Who is it? I think it's Kieran, the animator, League of Legends animator and streamer, who I think has said before that he will, play a game, or he'll do his animating, and then he'll check Twitter every sort of 10 minutes just for a minute, scroll through. I can't do that. I scroll and I scroll and I scroll, and I look for stories, and then I add stories to my to-do list, and then I chase leads and I DM people and all that stuff. So yeah, but anyway, I've gone off on a big tangent here. The point is Burnout, right? Quickshot, great news, has returned to the NLC this week. He's broken his silence with a post about burnout, taking time off and breaking down barriers around mental health. Quickshot has been on a sort of social media blackout since August. Just not a word. And there's been a few Reddit posts, and I noticed it as well. Someone pretty quickly DM'd me after a week, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, and said, "Do you know what's happening with Quickshot, Dom?" I was like, "No, sorry, I don't have a clue." And I didn't want to pry too much. I think I may have asked a caster friend or two, but I didn't want to pry because I got the feeling it was for personal reasons, or for something like this. And I guess I was right in that regard. If someone disappears off social media, something's happened. But I think they said, "Oh, do you know if he's okay?" I think someone did tell me he's okay. He's just taking a break or something like that. Because you always think the worst, but if the worst would have happened, someone else would have reported on it, someone at Riot or whatever else. So good to see Quickshot coming back. Of course, one of the most experienced League of Legends casters. I personally get his casting, really. I find him one of the most exciting League casters. I'm not just saying that. I like his casting. I like his voice and his style, and I like how he's a sort of mentor and leader to other casters, and gives other casters like Jamada and Hiprain and others from the lower leagues at NLC, give them chances on the LEC stage. It's really good. So I'm glad he's back. But he did open up with a post. I'm going to go into... I did a little news story on it, but I'm going to open up his tweet here. You may have seen this. Let's open this up a bit bigger. Oh, it's blocking it out a bit, how I've got this set up. I'm just going to bring up... He had a tweet longer version as well. I'm just going to bring that up. Here we go. Yeah, I won't read the whole thing, but he basically said, since joining Riot, he's been on a non-stop grind. He started working with Riot in 2013, right? That's almost 10 years now. And, as with all jobs, this happens. The longer you're at a job, and especially if you're good at your job, the more responsibilities you get, the more you have to do, and the more people rely on you because they know you're good. I've been there. I've seen it happen to people. And this is why I like to, before I did my own thing, it's why I like to change jobs every 3 or 4 years at least. Because usually at 3 or 4 years it gets to a bit of gets harder and harder to be in that job. That's what I've found anyway in editorial and journalism. And yeah, he said, I began to suffer from burnout, which impacted my personal and professional life. And this was his workload combined with an extremely difficult couple of years complicated by COVID. Absolutely. A break was needed. And at the end of August, I sought out help from psychological professionals and enrolled in a comprehensive mental health program. And he said, I'm happy to share my time in therapy has been great. I learned a lot about myself, developed new skills, have a deeper understanding of what I need to do for me, for my mental health, and so on. And he's basically talked about allowing himself to be more vulnerable on social media and not separating Quickshot from Trevor, the person, and not always trying to be positivity and fun, but breaking down these barriers in the future. So I like what he's done there. I hope other people are inspired, that helps other people as well cope with similar things with burnout. And the reason I mentioned burnout as well is because we've had other... I'm just going to catch up in the chat here. Crazy said, I hate when checking Twitter. I always end up putting out tweets. Yeah, same. And Phoenix McNoob, I'm on 6 and know that very well. 100% truth. Is that you on 6? Is that 6 years, Alistair, at the same job? It is true, isn't it? The longer you're at a company, the harder it gets. I mean, maybe if you own a company and you hire staff and you're making lots of money, that can be slightly different. But even then, you're invested in it in a different way, aren't you? Some would argue it's harder as a founder of a company to take time off. 6 years. Yeah, that is a long time. I've never had a job for more than 6 years. Actually, Esports News UK, although I've been doing it 1 year full time, I set it up 6 and a bit years ago. So I have been doing it 6 years, but it wasn't a full time job the first 4 or 5 years. But and I guess I can decide what to do. I'm not reporting in to anyone. I've got used to that as well. I've got used to not having to report into someone. I like it in some ways, and in other ways I don't, because I'm reporting into me, and I'm a prisoner. I'm my own prisoner, right? If that makes sense. Now, Theon on Fire, one of the well-known esports writers and journalists, storytellers, he calls himself, has written for a bunch of publications, The Score, ESPN, and is now an upcomer, is taking a break and is in a bad place. And, it's great to see this outpouring support from a lot of people in the industry when things like this happen. I've noticed Theon tweets a hell of a lot. I'd probably go so far to say is the esports writer and journalist that tweets the most, in my opinion. He tweets an awful lot, so it's good that he's going on a break. But yeah, he said yesterday I just kind of lost it. I broke down, and for the first time in about a decade I hit a point where I was honestly thinking of doing something bad that could have jeopardised my health. Over the past 2 years since the pandemic began, I started isolating myself. So he's going into detail here around the difficulties, right, of COVID life and isolating yourself. I pushed away friends, loved ones, and ignored family members who tried to reach out because I told myself I was fine in this state. But he realised he needed help and put in a short break from work so that he could get his head straight and take care of himself before he did something stupid. So I'm glad he's taken a break, and I wish him all the best. He was going to deactivate his Twitter and tried to vanish, but realised that would be unfair, so decided to write this even if it isn't the easiest. Do you know what? Whenever I see stuff about burnout, or I'm feeling a bit burnt out, do you know what I think of? There's I don't know where this quote comes from, and but I've seen it on a bit of Banksy art with a young girl with I think she's letting go of some balloons or something like that. And the quote I've seen next to it, or maybe someone's just put this quote on a bit of Banksy art, but the quote is something like, "Whenever you feel like giving up, learn to take a break instead." The quote is something along those lines, and that resonated with me a lot, actually, because I have had faults of Esports News UK in the past, thinking this is so much hard work by myself without a team. Should I just stop one day, right, and just pack it all in? No, I don't want to do that. You've got to learn to take a break, and properly take a break. It's hard. It's not easy. Kuraf said, "Absolute legend. Keep up cracking work." Oh, thank you. Do you mean Theon with that? But yeah, I wanted to touch on this stuff because I think it's important, and also, and this happened. There's 3 on the same day. When was this? Yesterday. Quick Shot, Theon, and Broxer as well. Broxer's slightly different because he said, let's bring this up here. He said the League of Legends Pro, of course. He basically, this is quite a long statement, but in a nutshell, he said that he sets high demands of himself, and could have been vocal and vented more on social media, but decided not to. Wants to be a model professional, right? Doesn't want to create drama with his team or whatever else. But in doing that, you bottle things up, and it gets pressure. Pressure builds up. And he said, in my world, you let actions speak for themselves, and sometimes you're required to sacrifice personal gain in and out of the game for the sake of the team, because that's what it takes to be a leader. He talks about not defending himself publicly or taking part in the politics side of the job and being professional. Now, I don't think Broxer mentioned Burnout, but he did mention... yeah, he's saying I'm not retiring, and he's going to take a break after, and after some hard work, and hopefully we'll be back playing on stage for a new organisation he can proudly represent. I'm trying to find it. He didn't say Burnout, but he said something that was similar. I'm having to read the whole thing now. Oh, I can't see it. I thought he said something that was similar to Burnout. Maybe I've missed it trying to skim over it, but it's on along those lines, And he actually, Broxer went through that thing, didn't he? With which team was he with now? I can't remember which team was it. Was it CLG? Most recently, I say I watched LCS. I haven't watched it in a while. Where they had that internal dispute, or the coach having a go at the players, and they put it on Twitter and said sponsored by whatever their sponsor was, and it got a real big backlash. I did an article on it. I can't remember who that was now, or who he was with most recently. Crazy said, I always thought about giving up esports, and if wasn't was Brad endangered to help keep going, I wouldn't have carried on doing esports. Social media management, ended up doing something else creative, as sometimes it gets hard to do at times. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it was CLG. Yeah, I was thinking CLG. Crazy. He's probably talking about that, wanting to say things on social media and making himself shut up to try and stay professional, but then it causes problems, And on that note, Phil Birch, senior lecturer in sports and psychology, I don't think from... I'm not sure which university Phil was with, but I know he's part of ACES, which is a collection of sort of academics, right? And they're focusing on esports. I mention this because on the subject of Burnout, this is a University of Chichester Mental Health in Elite Esport Competitors project. So I think these are in elite esports competitors. I think this is pro esports players, right? Pro or semi-pro esports players, but they're doing a survey on this. They're doing a research project, which I guess will touch on the predictors of mental ill health, burnout, and so on. So that sounds interesting. So, if you know anyone that might be interested in filling that in, that's on... Phil did a tweet late December at PhilBirch02. Okay, so that's the Burnout stuff. So other league stuff. There's a few other league announcements. We've got the Super Week Day 1 schedule. The LEC schedule is out now. It's out. And Week 1, I'm looking forward to it. Day 1, I think Team Vitality against Mad Lions is going to be great because you've got this new super team going up against the two-time winners last year in Mad Lions. And also I'm looking forward to seeing BDS versus Fnatic because you've got Adam, involved in all that drama when he was with Fnatic, is now on Team BDS, and he's going to be playing against Upset, who he had a big falling out with. I'm not, drama is going to be great, but it will be interesting to see how those players react to the situation, and how they do. So I think that'll be interesting. But yeah, the schedule's out. I mean, I won't go through all this, but I'm looking forward to the LEC returning 100%. And G2 Esports have announced a song. I mean, this isn't super esportsy, but it got a lot of traction on Twitter, and I actually think it's interesting because you get the LEC have their own music videos and stuff, right? And League of Legends have a lot of music these days, free music. They'd had the soundtrack, didn't they, with Arcane? That was a cool song from Imagine Dragons, and now G2 are doing their own song, and they've actually got a lot of big names on board with this. Deathcore guitarist Jason Richardson, drummer Luke Holland, and Finnish singer who's the voice of Kale in the League of Legends virtual metal band Pentakill, Noora Lohimo, on board as well. And they also had Tina Taylor Davis, who does violin covers, and Chinese-born American cellist Tina Guo as well. So some big names doing this G2 video. I won't play the whole song, but I do like there's a bit where he misses the spear. So yeah, there's a lot of like in-jokes and things in here, but it's actually quite a good song. I kind of like the sort of power metal stuff. And I like how Carlos, the founder of G2, said, "Epic power metal is my favourite genre. I don't care about its marketability. It's coming from the heart like everything else we do. 20 G2, like 2022, is our year. This song is its anthem." So, and not only have they done a song though, they've launched their own record label, they've said, and they're going to be doing a bunch of other songs and a bunch of other genres. I think this is interesting. It was someone who told me in UK Scene after this was announced, "Oh, I was thinking of doing this. I had plans to do this." It might have been you, McNoob, I think, said that, did you? Oh, do you know what? Temporal. That's good. You said it's copyright free too. I was when Carlos did a Ask Me Anything on Twitter about it, launched our own record label, Ask Me Anything. I was going to ask that and I forgot. And shout out to Carlos, because I was very pleased and surprised to see he retweeted the Esports News UK article, because we had an embargoed press release around this, right? So we knew it was going to be announced. So I thought, okay, it's not UK news, but it's pretty fun. You know, maybe I should do global news more, because the fact that Carlos retweeted us is cool. And, you know, this got 287 likes, 14 retweets. Here we go, yeah. Carlos's retweet of it, 1,800 or 1,700 likes. Like, just launched our own record label, Ask Me Anything. That was great to see that. And I asked a silly question: how tempting is it to use music videos to diss rival teams? And when is the F Sentinels track drop in? They had, like I say, little Easter eggs and things in the song, which I thought was quite fun. So that's great to see. Shall I do more global news on Esports News UK? Because for me, you know, there's you know, the UK esports industry is interested in what's going on in esports globally, right? And I can always do UK angles for things. So I would like to cover more global news. I will never forget UK. I'll always still cover UK, but I'd like to sprinkle in some global stories as well, I think. Crazy said, XL will feel weird without seeing Kieran in the videos for the LOL content. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it was you, Phoenix McNoob. Yeah, that would have been cool, wouldn't it? That would have been cool. Crazy said, Carlos is the best thing for esports. And do like once a week piece. Yeah. Archiref said, can branch out globally for sure. Yeah, and again, if I get a bigger team, it'll be definitely something I can do a bit more easily. And so yeah, speaking of Phoenix McNoob, do you want to talk, Alistair, about what you've announced this week? Because, you know, we'll come on to Nox in a minute, but we've had a few UK orgs, you know, disband and things over the years. I think, so you've said you're taking a hiatus, right? So you won't be forever gone during that time. You'll be dropping in and out from time to time. And to quote the great Arnie, I'll be back. Yes, absolutely. Do you know what? I put Arnold Schwarzenegger in a cover of a magazine. I was editor of once. So I was editor of Toy News magazine, an industry toy publication, because we was approaching Christmas and there was a lot of toys that were, you know, having stock issues and so on. And so I put a picture of Arnie from that film. Oh God, I can't think what it's called. Is it called Jingle All the Way? I think it is. He's trying to get that Turbo Man toy. But yeah, that was pretty bad. I didn't actually get permission to put that on the cover. I spoke to the team and the production person was like, "Oh, just do it." But yeah, I didn't actually get permission to do that. So that was quite naughty of me. I did learn my lesson. UKCS lost good orgs. Yeah, we have lost a few, haven't we? So, Alistair, I hope you come back. I hope you're all okay and can come back stronger. Yeah, and of course the other one then. I mean, if yeah, here we go. This links me in nicely here. Nox ceasing all business operations. Another UK organisation. An announcement will follow in due course. Thanks to everyone who's been on this journey with us, and may you all reach your dreams and ambitions within a place with endless opportunities. It's the end of our amazing journey. So Knox were due to participate in season Division 2 of the League of Legends NLC. Not there, won't be there anymore, of course, unfortunately. And I believe their team are looking for players. The players are looking for another org to represent. But like I've said here, we understand this decision to close Knox was more down to personal reasons and prioritising family time over business than anything to do with the NLC. I think the owner, Chris, may have had a bit of a good think about what he wants to do, and you see a lot of changes, don't you, after in January? Because I think people have that Christmas break and it gives people time to reflect about what they want to do. I mean, look at me and Esports News UK. I made the announcement I was going full-time with Ian UK a year ago after the Christmas break. So you do see that happen quite a bit. And obviously Knox have made that decision to depart. It is hard work being an org. Even if you're not at the size of XO Esports, it is damn hard to run an org. It's not easy. Semi-pro UK org is not easy at all. And this was it. So UK Esports, iCrazy, you run this account, right? UK Esports. To all the organisations that are looking to get into LoL, we've got the best opportunity for you. Contact Rydona. So former Knox Esports players are looking for a new org for League of Legends, NLC Division 2 spot. I think they've been allowed to play and keep that spot. Someone did message me the other day saying, is this double standards from Freaks for You, the organisers of the NLC, because they've apparently told other players that they would have had to sell their spot. I'm not sure, to be honest. It gets muddy. Phoenix McNoob said, sure think my hiatus is physical health related, so not mental or financial related. Why I'm confident I will come back. Yeah, it'd be good to see you come back. I saw you've done a few cool things. You had the big mouse pads, didn't you? Like the big desk side, big ones. Temporal, bit annoying for the 5 players who found out when we did. New league ops since then, so not comparable-ish. Yeah, it is frustrating. Yeah, that was it, Crazy. Yeah, so that's a good that you've put that out there. Apologies for not following you, Crazy. I'm pretty sure I follow you. It's probably the Esports News UK account I follow, but you do a few things on UK Esports on this Twitter account, don't you? So give that a follow, people in the chat. And then talking of changes as well. I'm trying to help the team get an org. Yeah, good luck to them. I hope they do find it. Again, not only have we had changes from orgs and burnout, people taking breaks, there's been a lot of journalists as well moving around, which again makes sense to do after Christmas. We see a lot of people, new year, new job. Jacob Wolf has left Esports. I was pretty surprised by that one. That was a very sudden one. If I go on my Twitter, I think I've retweeted it. I want to see what he said again. Read it out. Jacob Wolf, of course, is one of the most well-known esports reporters for like roster news. He doesn't do the roster news stuff as much anymore. I think he was more editor, right? In an editorial, more of an editor role at Esports and working with other writers and so on. But he said, today's my last with Dot. I'll be taking some time off and focusing on Overcome over the next few weeks, but I'll be open to offers to continue writing and contributing non-long form content elsewhere. So Overcome is a thing he's launched himself. We tell gaming and esports stories for the masses authentically and independently. New investigative podcast in partnership with Nerd Street Gamers coming in 2022. Yeah, that was announced a while back. Okay, yeah, join March 2020, so it's been around a little while, but I think it was properly announced. Yeah, there we go. Welcome to Overcome, September last year. Storytelling and podcasts. I think there's a space for that. Absolutely. I've seen some good storytelling, general gaming news channels. what's the one I'm thinking of? I think it's called People Make Games, or People Make something like that. People Can Make Games. That's a good one that I've seen on YouTube. So yeah, it'd be good for to see how Jacob does with Overcome and his other work. Good luck to him. But James Fudge, who was with, I think, the Esports Observer, he mentioned, there's a definite shift in esports journalism happening that will create interesting situations this year. Jacob Wolf leaves Dot. George Geddes, top British Valorant reporter, has left Upcomer. He's joined Dot. And Adam Fitch has left Exerto. Adam, I think, has got may have a new role lined up. I'm hoping to speak to Adam, actually. So let's watch this space for a few weeks' time. Hoping to speak to Adam about his views on the state of esports media, because he's been vocal in the past on Twitter that he's not been happy with some publications and some of the practice in esports journalism and esports media. So that'll be an interesting chat, I'm sure. And HB Duran has left Esports Insider as well. So yeah, there's been a few moves with journalists as well. Crazy said, I thought Adam and Nathan were going to work together. I'm not sure. No, well, Nathan's at Hitmarker. I don't know where Adam Fitch is joining. I don't know what his plans are. But like I say, I'm planning to talk to him to get that news. That I'm sure will be an interesting article for Esports News UK. And then George announced he'll be working as an investigative journalist for Dot in 2022. I'll be leading the Valorant reporting. Roster changes will still be a focus, but I will delve into long-form written content too. Hopefully some more announcements to come shortly. Oh, he's actually written... Do you know, I missed this until I saw this tweet from James Fudge. I missed this on Jan 3rd. I think, I know why I missed it. This happened when I was interviewing Alfari. And I came off the stream and went and had my dinner. And I must have missed it that night. But yeah... It's just saying, thank you, my work has reached millions of people this year and I wouldn't be in this situation if it wasn't for all of you that clicked on my articles. That's brilliant, isn't it? Millions of people, millions of views. Good job to George. It's been great to see his growth when he made that shift from general reporter to Valorant reporter. He owned that space early on of Valorant roster moves. He said he's learned a lot over the past year and he's thanked colleagues and so on. Oh yeah, so Dot is his former home. I worked at Dot for a year and a half as a freelancer under Kevin Morris. First joined Dot when I was 19 years old with no name and no presence. Kevin has made the fateful decision to take me back. Because some people have been saying to me, Don, why are reporters changing? Why are reporters changing to publications? Do they hate these publications? I don't think that's it. I don't think that's always it. Sometimes people just want to change. We don't know the full ins and outs or reasons and so on. And if a reporter did tell me confidentially, it's not the kind of thing I'd report on. But I just do think it's interesting that a lot are moving about and changing. NLC are doing a tournament for Div 3 to 5 soon. So when you say a tournament, Crazy, what do you mean exactly? Div 3 to 5? Because do you mean where the teams will be? Where they will qualify in Div 3, 4, 5. Because I wasn't sure if that's been fully done now. Because so much stuff has happened off stream, hasn't it? To be honest, it's been quite hard to follow. With 5 divisions, I mean, that's an awful lot. Calibration, yeah. Oh, that'll be interesting, yeah. I probably won't cover Div 3 to 5 that closely, to be honest, unless something amazing happens in those divisions. We're going lower down the tiers, aren't we? And you have to question, how many viewers there'll be that want to watch Div 3 to 5. Div 1 is obviously the main one, and Div 2 there are a bunch of good teams in there as well. It's hard for Div 3 to 5 to get info about it. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Hopefully it gets all done. Temporally said, calibration, wee! Good luck. I hope it goes well, because I did have a few people moaning at me in my DMs about the Div 2 and all that calibration, moaning about things, which I did an article on, right, if you're interested. If you Google NLC prize pool, you'll find it. I did a really long feature on all that stuff. And I like this tweet from Adam Fitch here, who said, esports is so mad that we now even have an off-season for reporters. Yeah, absolutely. And Chris Hanna as well has left. I think Chris Hanna has set up the Esports Observer, which has been sold to Sports Business Journal, I think it is. He's joined Epix GG, Epix Collectibles, makers of the world's first esports and influencer NFT trading cards. I'm not personally interested in that, but I'm sure some people will be. Buy the first PUBG Mobile and CSGO physical NFT trading cards here. Physical trading cards. I didn't know there were physical trading cards for CSGO. Is that true? Physical cards. Mobile trading cards. How long have these been out? I didn't know about this. CSGO Season 2021 Cologne Edition. Unavailable. Okay, this one's available. 2021 Cologne Edition large box of cards. NFT trading cards. Collect, trade and compete with your favourite ESL stars. Oh, was this part of the this was part of the ESL announcement, wasn't it, that they made last year? I think late last year. I didn't know there were physical cards. Yes, scan the QR code on the back of the card to register it and unlock its unique digital twin in the Epix GG app. I know it's NFT and some people might not like them, but I quite like the fact that these are physical. And it reminds me of a story I wrote last year about them doing stickers for the Spanish Superliga, which was interesting. But they were digital, and the only way to get the physical versions was to complete the digital album, and then you had to apply, and then they'd send you a bit of a weird way of doing it, but maybe they're testing the waters with it, you know. Oh, I got it wrong, Odie. 2 years, sells for 700 quid. Hello, Odie, how you doing? I didn't know you were watching. Good to chat with you. This has been going on for 2 years, has it, Odie? Epix? I didn't realise. I didn't realise this. Well, anyway, the point is Chris Hanna, right, has left, stepping away from Esports Observer, and which is sold now, I think, fully sold to Sports Business Journal, and has joined Epix Collectibles exec team. So yeah, I didn't know much about this Epix, to be honest, Odie. I didn't know much about it. It looks like they just do CSGO and PUBG. I'm sure I would have heard of what they're doing if they had League of Legends one. I'd be interested if they had League of Legends. It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? The cards, actually. I do ultra rare signed inserts. I do quite like this. I don't know how it links in with NFTs, but I'm guessing there are like digital versions of these as well then. Jens Hilger's investment. When you saw me in London, I was with the Epix guys. Ah, right, okay, yeah. Right, okay. I quite like it. Yeah, I quite like it. It's pretty cool. They've got merch as well. Epix, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they've got potential, haven't they, to expand to other games. I'm sure they've spoken with other publishers. Be very interested if they got LEC. I probably would have to buy a pack. Does this include every player then in this? Because 70 quid is a lot, isn't it? For if you're not getting all the cards in there, 70 or whatever, $70 is a lot. Box contents, 24 season packs. Oh, maybe not. Oh, 120 season cards. Individual pack content odds. Yeah, I guess it's not the whole thing. I mean, that's a lot of money, isn't it? For a chance of getting things. Oh, each card has a link to a virtual card if they get a license. Right, understood. Yes, deal with ESL as Valve don't really bother. Yeah, understood. Phoenix McNoob said Gav Weeks has done loads in the esports industry, from Orgona to X-Fire things and to Epix et al. Yeah, understood. I guess maybe it's because it's not a UK thing. I haven't tracked it that closely, right? But it's interesting. I will certainly, yeah, like I say, if they do some league ones, I'll certainly have my curiosity piqued. That's for sure. Okay, so we're about halfway through now. I'll try and round up some of these. Odie said Orgona ? I'm not sure, Gav Weeks. I'm not sure if he's owned an org. I don't think he has. I'll leave you two to debate that. Some of the other stories, I want to give a shout out to the original Perks, Emily Perkins, who has done some nice charity work, raised just over £6,000 for the Laura Centre in memory of a student of hers who passed away 7 years ago. So that's a sad story. But she did she cycled 3,500 kilometres over the past year to raise money for the charity. And Cloud9, who she does like content work and stuff for, supported her by creating and selling guinea pig stickers and patches. That's because she has guinea pigs, one of which shares the name of the Cloud9 Pro League player Fudge. And also League Works and Fodel's Forgers teamed up to raise £1,000 for the Reed Foundation to help vulnerable children this winter. They did a charity League of Legends tournament, so that's great to see. And I do think this was really nice. It's called Emily's Tour to Living Room. Raised £6,000 for the Laura Centre in memory of a student of mine who died in 2015, Kieran Jill. So that was a nice gesture from Emily. And this was some big news. Again, this is not UK, but I've been doing a few of these global stories. Team Vitality secured €50 million in investment to create more super teams. And they've announced their 2022 CSGO lineup and said we have what it takes to be the best CSGO team in the world. Of course, Vitality also have their League of Legends super team roster. I interviewed Alfari the other day live on stream. Thanks to those of you tuning in. If you haven't seen it and you're interested in hearing what Alfari had to say, it's cool. It's like half an hour long chat. And I have a post on the Esports News UK website. And as always, Alfari is honest. What's the word I'm thinking of? Not blunt, but yeah, just very honest and open, and doesn't really care what people think of him kind of style, which I admire. We had a good chat about that, and he spoke about potentially being the best Western League team and overtaking G2's 2019 roster. So we'll see what happens. I'm very excited to see Perks and Alfari back in the LEC in Europe. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, big bit of funding there from Vitality. Vitality, for me, they seem to have taken a shift in strategy of really wanting to be super competitive. I guess in spending more on the big players and really wanting to be big and win some big tournaments. So let's see how they do this year. And they had a cool little trailer thing. All these big orgs now, aren't they? They're doing all these expensive trailers and bits and pieces. I won't watch the trailer, but yeah, it's cool what orgs are doing. Odie said Gav worked at Fnatic, made a website company. My site was the first, 3 of my old guys. Yeah, Odie, it's good to have you in the chat because we have questions like this. You can always answer them. Crazy, I'm going now. Thank you for tuning in, Crazy. I appreciate it. Hope take it easy. Enjoy your rest of your weekend. Thank you. I'm going to leave that one. Oh, actually, I'll talk about it now. There was a survey that Beyond NRG did, saying a lot of UK gamers are focusing on mental and physical fitness for 2022 following the Christmas break. Because new research shows gamers, 3/4 have overindulged in seasonal rich food over Christmas. I'm one of them. I'll put my hand up. I'm one of them. But the point of the study, over 2,000 people, was that a lot of gamers not just want to do physical fitness, but the mental health fitness as well. Beyond NRG, of course, they have these gaming focus supplements and trying to be a bit different, more natural than the traditional energy drinks and so on. So yeah, I'm pleased as well. We've got a partnership with Beyond NRG, so they're going to have a few promoted articles with us this year. And they seem to be doing well as well. They're in Holland and Barrett stores across the UK, and now they're in Superdrug as well, which is a pretty big deal, right? Everyone knows Superdrug in the UK, and that's great that we've got some gaming stuff in those stores. Okay, and then there's a few other bits and pieces here. Division 6, a smaller UK org, have become the latest one to launch their own crypto tokens. Someone reached out to me the other day actually saying, do you know much about Div 6? And I've got to be honest, I don't. But they did send me a press release about this and said they've recently raised £2 million in its private sale of the tokens. I mean, they're not the biggest org in the world, so it'd be interesting to see how this does. The other UK org I'm thinking of that have done stuff like this is Endpoint. They launched a blockchain fan token a few months ago with Socios.com, which has like, you know, Arsenal, PSG, Man City, Barcelona, and other things in there as well. Dupes is now following. Thanks, Dupes, and congrats on your new role as well. Do you know what? We should have that. I'm pretty sure I've retweeted that, but we should bring that up. So Dupes, you join Hot Drop as partnership manager. So that's going to be an interesting role. He's fueled up and ready to bring his flair to our pitches, projects and partnerships. I hope that is you, Dupes. I hope that is you, Liam. I hope it's not another Dupes that is thinking, what on earth are you talking about, Dom? I'm guessing it is you. The KE. The KE's thrown me off what the KE is. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, Dupes. I do these streams. It seems to be like a Saturday evening thing. I don't know why. Well, I do know why I do them so late. It's because my kids are asleep and I've got time to actually chat. And I like, do you know what? It's been good for, actually, if I'm opening up, it's been good for my mental health as well doing these streams because we're stuck indoors. I'm tested positive the other day, so I'm isolating at the moment. My wife and I are isolating. So these streams are good. You know, where I work, you know, I'm a one-man band, aren't I? Esports News UK. I don't get to chat to many people. A lot of it is through Twitter and it's all digital. So I like doing these streams because I get people talking in the Twitch chat and then I can just have a chat as well. It is you. Okay, good. I'm glad. Yeah, so congratulations. That's so are you doing both? Are you still doing stuff at Epic Land? Because you've got in your bio operations manager at Epic Land. So are you going to be doing juggling both of these roles? That's interesting to know. That's a lot of people in esports wear two hats, don't they? You know, I did for a long time, British Esports and Esports News UK. I do a little bit of freelance for them still. But interesting to see how if you still be doing both, Liam. Still volunteering, just no freelance. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Only two. Yeah, sorry, yeah. More than two hats. Multiple hats and multiple plates. OD. Yeah, I guess with Rect Global, right, and the amount of companies that you guys are working with, and the orgs, the different orgs you have. God, I can only imagine what it's like spinning all those plates. I hope you guys had a good Christmas. By the way, I don't think I've had a stream. I don't think I've chatted to you guys since Christmas, since last year. Oh, I know why I didn't do a stream last week. I was with Nathan Edmunds. I was on his stream. We did a New Year thing and we were just talking about New Year's resolutions and stuff in the industry and so on. So yeah, that's what's thrown me off a little bit. Where were we? So we've covered most of the stuff, to be honest. Liam, we've chatted about the XL Esports and Kieran stepping away from XL and League of Legends changes, NLC casters and stuff like that. I am quite league focused. We also spoke about Burnout as well, because I noticed yesterday there were 3 big esports names put Twitlongers out about Burnout, right? And it's still a big topic. But then I've just been going through some of the smaller stories over the past week. This one made me laugh. Gordon Ramsay. He had someone on his show here. I'll just play this clip here. Hang on a minute. Let's turn it up. 2 million views. God dear.
What do you do for a living?
I stream on Twitch, my cooking show.
What the is Twitch?
So yeah, Gordon Ramsay. I don't know if he's. I don't think he's BSing there. I think he's being genuine. What the F is Twitch? He said, and then what happened after that was, someone tweeted out, everyone watching from Twitch, unhappy face. That was Trisha is a birdie, and then Gordon said, "Hey, at Twitch, can I get a lesson on what you are?" And they said, "Of course, but let's go big. We'll teach you how to live stream if you teach us how to cook a proper Wellington." And XQC, the big streamer, said, "I'll give you a free rundown. Call me on my cell phone. America's next master streamer, Paul's champ." And Gordon said, "You mean next level streamer? # next level chef." So he's obviously pushing his streaming, his TV show, Next Level Chef. But I quite like this because, you know, obviously Gordon Ramsay, one of Britain's biggest celebrity chefs out there. It would be cool for him to have a Twitch channel, especially as there was that whole the meta of, was it MasterChef? Was it the MasterChef meta, where people are watching Gordon Ramsay stuff on stream, which I guess technically breaking the TOS, and so on. But it'd be nice to see Gordon do something, and it seems like he may do. I think the story's developed a bit since I've done this this little article here, because he changed his bio. Let's have a look here. Gordon, he changed his Twitter bio to always near food, doesn't know what Twitch is, and Twitch changed their... Okay, they've changed it back now. But Twitch changed their bio to Gordon Ramsay scrambled egg recipe Stan account. They've since changed it back, but I did think that was quite funny. He follows me on Twitter, says Odie. Does he? What? How come he's following you? Odie, I'm jealous. He's following 34,000 people, but he's been followed by 7.5 million. Have you met him or anything, Odie? Oh, I'm catching up on messages here. Citrus, the Boomer and the Zoomer. Indeed, I want to do more podcasts with Nathan, hopefully this year. Dupe said, even Hot Drop has a commercial side. Sure, I'll end up with a few hats eventually. Sorry to distract you anyway. No, you're not distracting me. It's good. I like the spontaneity of Twitch chat. It's really fun. Temporal said, from what I know of how Gordon's shows are designed, it's to promote their upcoming show on Twitch. Probably, yeah. Well, as far as I know, he doesn't have a... I mean, yeah, you can say that. This is part of a marketing thing. Him and Twitch already have a deal, blah, blah, blah. But it does seem pretty organic that someone clipped this and he said, what the F is Twitch? It wouldn't surprise me if it's a made-up thing, but I do think he's being genuine. So we'll see. Temporal said, in other news, MasterChef started claiming past stream VODs. Yeah, I did hear about that. Odie said, no idea why he's following me. Sat behind him in a posh restaurant in Beverly Hills once. Nice. I've never been to a posh restaurant in Beverly Hills. I'm jealous, Odie. That's nice. I do have Barack Obama following. I think it's... Oh, I hope I'm still streaming there. I heard a weird noise there. I don't know what that was. Okay, he's not following... let me just... log in as Esports News UK. I don't know why Barack Obama is following Esports News UK, but he is. But then someone did. But then he is following 587,000 people. Here we go. Barack Obama follows you, but hey, but that's still pretty good, right? He's following 500,000 people, and Esports News UK is one of them. But he's being followed by 130 million. So I'll take that. He hasn't interacted with Esports News UK before, so, you know, there is that. But I'm happy that Esports News UK has been followed by Barack. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's not the same as Gordon Ramsay, because he's only following 30,000 or whatever it is. Oh, it was my phone doing that noise. Okay. Nymira, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. And I must interview you. I know I keep saying this. Let's put something in the diary. We were talking about you earlier, Nymira. Yeah, Temporal said, hello NLC caster, you appeared earlier. Citrus said, get him on the stream, asking him about what he thinks about the success of grassroots esports initiatives. Who, Barack? I mean, I could send him a message, but I don't think he's going to respond. Should we send Barack Obama a message? Oh, I've got all my blooming DMs open there. I don't want to do that on stream, do I? Well, we can send him a message. If any of you want to me to send Barack a message, just let me know what you want me to put, and we can send him a message live now. Nymira said, just lurking in the background, but I hope the stream's been going well. Yeah, thank you, Nymira. We've had 2 subs today, which I'm over the moon with. Citrus Empire is made history by being the first Twitch user to subscribe to Esports News UK. So we became affiliate a few weeks ago, so that's been cool. Yeah. I've been thrown off now talking about celebrities and Barack Obama and stuff like that. I will with Nymira joining the stream. I will just go back to this NLC caster lineup for those of you that missed the start of the stream. We spoke about this great range of talent, of a mix of, I would say new faces, but not really new, because the likes of, you know, Viperoon, Initialized, Nymira, you guys have been casting for a few years already, right? In Null or NSC, a mix of things that you guys have done, various tournaments as well beyond that. So yeah, I think it's a good lineup, and I will say as well. So Megalodontus is planning to interview Arcarom soon, because Arcarom is a brand new face to the NLC, and also it'd be interesting to see, you know, what's his background. He's a Portuguese caster. What are his thoughts on league? You know, that kind of thing. Good to get to know them. So what I was thinking of doing at some point, Naimira, if you're up for it, interviewing you and Initialize, and again tying it in with the officially unofficial LJL stuff. I think that's an interesting angle. So we'll set something in the diary. And we'll do that if you're up for it. Odie, you need to enable the Prime reminder. Well, yeah, tell me, what is that, Odie? What is that? Is that something that pops up and it's just a little thing that comes up on the stream? Because I'll make a note of that. Citrus Empire, dear Bazza, it's been a while. Hope the kids are alright. Fancy a few games of League over the weekend? Catch you later, mate. Dom 2022. I don't know about that one, Citrus. I don't want him to unfollow me, right? He might think that's a bit too informal and chummy, right? Me calling him Barack Obama. I mean, it is very tempting. It is very tempting to DM him with something like that. I'll have a think. Yeah, okay, Odie. I'll look into that, Odie. I'm always happy to get things sorted. I've got Nightbot set up now, and a few other bits and pieces on the stream. But yeah, last few stories then, guys. Trackmania player, Pack. It's one of the best Trackmania players, actually, from the UK. He was named Player of the Year, and M&M Gaming picked up Team of the Year award. I know Trackmania is not the biggest esport in the world, but I do like that we have some UK talent in it, and it's still going strong as well. It's an old school game that's still going on the competitive side. I think that's pretty cool. And this article actually did really well. Dear former President Bazza. Yeah, there we go. Oh, Odie, Pack used to play for you. Yes, he did. Because I remember when I wrote this article, I mentioned Dignitas in here. Where is it here? I did put in that he's played for, a bunch of teams. There we go. Gamers Origin, Team Expert Black and Dignitas. Yeah. So that's great to see him still going strong. I guess you must have had a lot of players played for Dig and your teams over the years. There's a former UK Trackmania champion you know also. I want to say R2K. Am I wrong with that? I know R2K did a lot of shooter games, but I seem to remember thinking you had 4 world champions. Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, that was that your Heroes of the Storm team? Your Heroes of the Storm team won a... actually, I don't think that was a world championship, was it? But I remember it being a big tournament. 5. Oh, no, R2K was UK champion. Okay. Oh, I see. You had 4 world champions in Trackmania. Okay, cool. That's right. I knew R2K played Trackmania at some point, but I didn't know, how well he'd done. It's great to see the game still going. But yeah, this article did surprisingly well for me. This has been like my second or third most read article of the month. TFT 2.0 teased by Riot with big announcements due in early 2022. No, it's not a direct sequel. It's not a TFT 2, but I did think it was interesting that one of the devs, Riot Mortdog, said, I remember Medler at Riot was like, we need to find TFT 2.0, and in a lot of ways I think this year got us in that direction really heavily. The team is growing, a lot of old guard have moved on, so it feels in a way the team is at a 2.0 also. We're at a high ceiling, we're going to keep going bigger, and that's got me excited. We're well equipped to deliver even more in 2022. So yeah, it's this idea of a TFT 2.0 and the game evolving. It's League. They made a similar statement actually right the other day. This was buried in where is it here? The league. Here we go. The 2022 season announcement. This was buried in the announcement, but I've put it at the bottom of my article here. Right, they said we have no plans for a League of Legends 2, but to keep on updating the existing game and sort of evolving it. I like that. The idea of a League of Legends 2.0, because if you compare League of Legends right to how it was 10-11 years ago, this is a League 2.0, isn't it? It's maybe even a League 2. Whatever at this point, 2.2 or 2.3 or something. And if they've redesigned Summoner's Rift again, maybe that's when it'll be a 3.0. Who knows? And last few stories then. Soez and a UK coach have joined Wave Esports in the DACH Prime League. I thought this was pretty interesting. Soez, of course, one of the most very experienced French League of Legends player, is playing in a European Regional League. It's great, isn't it? We're getting these pros and former big names playing in European Regional Leagues. We've got Reckless in France, Soaz in Dutch. We've had Forbiven, didn't we? We had him in the NLC, let's not forget, last year. And they have a UK coach, Jake Hammond, aka Mora. What's happened to their tweet there? Has their tweet disappeared? Oh no, for some reason that's not displaying as it should on the site. That wasn't like that the other week. I'll have to check that after the stream. But yeah, and I messaged Mora congrats, and realised that I'd messaged him before ages ago to do with other things. So yeah, it's cool that we have a UK coach in the France LFL as well, John, who used to be with Excel and Munster and so on. It's League 12.1, yeah, probably. Oh yeah. Well, if you look at the patches, yeah, very clever situation. I didn't mean patches, but yeah, it is. 12.2 soon, isn't it? With all the skins and stuff, I think. This I haven't covered a stream with this, so we're doing some slightly old stories now. X7, another team in the NLC Division 1, are hosting a team boot camp at the University of Roehampton, and they're doing player meet and greets and so on. And another former Dignitas player, isn't it? OD Cassing. Did you have Cassing at Dignitas? Or am I wrong there? I might be wrong there. I think he had another name before Cassing that you know him as, OD. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Cassing's going to be at the boot camp. I was hoping to go to this and interview some of the players, but with COVID, I'm not sure what's happening yet. It's later in the month, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be fully recovered and negative test or not. If I'm still positive and I can't make it, I'll send a freelancer or a volunteer to go in my place, because it seems like a cool opportunity. And they've teamed up with Surefire for this boot camp. So yeah, I think actually they did a thing on Twitter today. Oh, whoops, I've muted myself. I think they showed off the facilities. Here we go. This will be X7 Esports League team's home for the next week. Thanks for having us, Esports Roehampton Uni. And a special thank you to Zabi Zhao, Pedro at University of Roehampton for getting us settled in. Lots of jerseys to sort. So yeah, that does look pretty cool. And I hope I can attend. And Into the Breach, a UK org, have announced a commitment to Rainbow Six and their roster, but they also announced creation of a £500 tournament specifically for grassroots and upcoming UK teams. I didn't get round to doing a little article on this. I wanted to. I may do if I get the chance to do so. But I thought that was pretty cool that a team actually doing their own tournament, and also they've announced a 1-year contract for their UK CSGO roster as well. So Into the Breach seemed to be growing a little bit. They had have a good Dota team as well. I'm not sure if they still have the Dota team, but Tadpole and a few other names there that I've recognised. So that's good to see. And sadly, Coalesce said goodbye to their champions, the team that made them believe again and gave us moments we'll never forget. So yeah, Coalesce's CSGO team have been let go. Again, this was about a week ago. So yeah, a little bit old, but I'm recapping a few bits that I missed on the last stream. And ESL Pro Tour reveals full StarCraft 2 schedule and $1.3 million prize pool. I thought this was pretty interesting. StarCraft is still getting tournaments and things. You know, this is Intel Extreme Masters Katowice. I know IEM has done StarCraft stuff, but I did think that was pretty interesting. And this is on Upcomer here. Yeah, $1.3 million on the entire tour, which is pretty good to see. Odie, if you're still there, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Nadeshot slams Activision's handling of competitive COD. I'm the forefront in the Call of Duty League. I know you might not be able to say anything, Odie, but he went on a little bit of a rant, didn't he, on Twitter just before the new year. Nadeshot with these tweets, and yeah, we literally went from players fighting for their pride and respect every single weekend for a 256 to 512 team bracket for $1,000 each in front of 100,000 people to no competition or tournaments until 3 months after the game has been released. Wake up, Activision. So yeah, there's been some criticisms, hasn't there, of COD, Esports and Activision. A bit of sick just came up. Okay. Wimbar said, we still run StarCraft. You do indeed. And I always liked, it's always good to see as well on your streams and stuff, John. Although I haven't, I think I missed a lot of the last Epic LAN one, but it's good to see in your winner announcements, you know, you have the StarCraft players and the UK StarCraft guys as well. I think, is it Wok and another person who do some UK StarCraft. Have a look here, actually. I think it's called UKSC. Oh, I can't remember what it's called now. But, oh, there we go. Yeah, UKSC2. There's this little Twitter page that often tweets about UK StarCraft stuff and history and StarCraft esports in the UK. And they often cover Epic LAN pretty well. So there we go. Next Epic LAN, not that far away, is it, really? 24th to 27th of Feb. I must come to another Epic LAN. Yeah, Dupe said, but where is League, Winbar? Exactly, Dupes. I've said this a lot. Are you saying that just to wind him up because you know you'll get me talking about it, or do you genuinely mean you want League there? Odie said, I wanted to sign Cyril for Dig, but the new management ignored me. Oh dear, in 2016. Oh. Dated Rhyme, Late Night Crew. Welcome to the Late Night Crew, Dated Rhyme. This is our first stream as as Twitch affiliate. So yeah, history being made today. Have we talked about Nathan's Sweet Cabin Edmunds? We have indeed, yes. That was one of the first ones, because we talked a bit about XL and Joel and... Kieran leaving XL yesterday, which I had heard about for a little while, so it wasn't a big surprise, I think, to some people. But yeah, it's sad, isn't it, that both co-founders of XL are out now of the organisation. So in a way, if you think about it, you know, Odie, you set up Dignitas now, which is owned by different owners, and now XL is owned by different owners. It happens, right? And it has made me cautious with who I get funding from for Esports News UK. I don't really want to sell more than 50%, not at the beginning anyway. I know I'm not the size of a Team Hawk like XL or Dig, but it's still a business. But yes, we spoke about Nathan joining Hitmarker, and I didn't get any sweet puns in here. I should have put a sweet pun in, shouldn't I? Nathan in his Sweet Cabin stuff. Odie says it happens. Yeah, it's part of it. I guess part of business, isn't it? And investments and all that. Winbar, dead game. That's. Do I have any mods? Shall I put John on timeout in the Twitch chat for calling League of Legends a dead game? How dare you, Winbar? This is a League of Legends friendly publication and stream. I'll have you know. Oh, Dupe said, just to wind him up, League is as dead as Dota 2. Right, you want a do you want a timeout as well, Dupes? Yeah, this is a League of Legends. There's no Dota here, okay? Well, there is Dota here. I like to be open and welcoming, but I have to choose between the two. League comes first. Odie said, best advice I got was if you sell your baby, make sure you're happy with the money, because as soon as you do, you could be gone at any time. Yeah, exactly. Dated Rhyme said, still better broadcast than CS, just look at PGL Major. What are you what are you saying? League's a better broadcast than CS? I thought the PGL Major was pretty good. Or are you talking about all the controversy, the drama stuff? Yeah, you're spot on right with that, Odie. You are spot on. And also, yeah, you know, we've seen other sales, haven't we? Like I say, Esports Observer's, I think, completely sold now. And the chap who founded that has moved on to Epics. We were talking about that earlier, weren't we? I think I've moved on from that tweet now, but yeah. So StarCraft, Nade Shot, we've covered that. This is a crazy story. 40 people arrested in connection with a $10 million Twitch money laundering scam. Absolute madness. Shout out to Jacob. He joined us on stream the other week as a former Esports News UK writer who's gone on to do bigger and better things with Dexerto. But yeah, crazy story this money laundering scam that saw creators make millions on Twitch, having abused the platform's monetization systems through bits, I think it is, right? I haven't read this I haven't gone into super detail with this because other journalists have been doing a job and there isn't really a UK angle, but just pretty crazy, really. Bits donated to them in bulk, there you go, and then they would refund around 70 to 80% back to the viewers who were reportedly using stolen credit cards to make the donations. Real madness, isn't it? Really. Who thinks of this stuff like this? So yeah, Turkish police have detained 40 people the other day after operations in 11 different provinces. So really taking this stuff seriously. And around 150 users have reportedly taken part in this. So it could be some time before everyone involved is identified. So yeah, that's pretty mad. Oh, PGL Major had more sound issues than I can remember. Oh, okay. Meanwhile, League had flying dragons and stuff. Yeah. I do like League, I have to say. They have had good broadcasts, haven't they? I'm looking forward to the LEC starting back up. This is a bit of a content warning here, guys. Street Fighter Pro Robinho denies rape accusations after disturbing claims on stream. I won't do the whole stream, but I watched the stream clip and it was pretty crazy. I saw it, I think, from a quote tweet from Sir Scoots, who just tweeted like WTF, like really disgusting claims. Oh, he said he's since claimed he made the story up. Well, who's going to believe then? It's just a case of do you believe him or not. But yeah, some horrible quotes and things he made on stream about harassment and horrible stuff. So yeah, rightfully got headlines written about him, and we'll have to see what happens. I think there was another story. This is another story by Jacob Howe. This is not a very nice one Jacob's had to write here. I think I saw another follow-up to this story about, I don't know if a sponsor had dropped him or a tournament organiser came out and discounted, caused a stir in the fighting game community. That's it, he's been removed from the PATOZ team, and the Capcom Pro Tour started to remove any mention of him from their website. That was it. I saw a tweet from Capcom Fighters here that said, it's come to our attention, Rubino made claims in a public forum when he described participating in reprehensible and atrocious acts with zero tolerance for these type of acts and behaviour, which at a minimum level violate the player code of conduct, potentially Brazilian laws, and deserve action. So he's permanently banned from all Capcom owned and operated events, including Capcom Cup, Pro Tour, Street Fighter League. This is a global ban, meaning it applies to tournaments and events in all locations throughout the world. So well done, Capcom, clamping down on this. If you're going to make up stories, Rubino, if it is made up, don't make up stupid things like this, like serious stuff. So that's a big big statement from Capcom, isn't it? While this is just one consequence, we hope the local authorities quickly investigate and address this matter to the fullest extent of the law. So that only happened 2 days ago. Well, 1 and a bit days ago. So yeah, pretty serious, shocking stuff there. And I think that's it. Everyone, thanks for sticking around. This has been a long, well, actually, 2-hour stream, so not too bad. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I did promise if we had 2 or 3 donations, we got 2. Not donations, sorry, subs and Prime subs. We've got 2 Prime subs that would show you my lightsaber that I sadly got over the Christmas period because I'm a real geek. So if anyone wants to see the lightsaber, let me know in chat. But if not, I'm just going to end it here because it probably will be embarrassing. But thanks for the 2 subscribers. I think I had Citrus Empire and Alistair Phoenix McNoob subscribe. So that's very, very kind. Dated Rhyme said, sadly got, that sounds amazing. Yeah, it is pretty cool. I was saying earlier that because, you know, esports and games have been my escape over the years, but now that I write about them full time, I sort of need other escapes, whether I'm reading or watching films or whatever else. And for whatever reason, Star Wars has become a big escape of mine, and I've been watching some of the older films and the Mandalorian I'm all caught up with now, and the Boba Fett new TV show, which I'm really enjoying. And just watching all the films and stuff and the other bits and pieces of the content. You know, there's a whole bunch of books and stuff. There's new High Republic books they've done. There's the games. I've been playing Battlefront 2 and Jedi Fallen Order. I want to do that at some point. So yeah. So do you want to see the lightsaber, Dated Rhyme, or can we move on? Because it's probably be a bit embarrassing. But it's there. Yeah, I've got it perked up. I've got like a bit of a Lego Star Wars. Yes, I know that would be a thing. Okay, all right. I'll turn the. Right, hang on a minute. I'll turn the light off so you can see. Hopefully, you can still see. Can you see? Oh God, you can't see me at all, can you? Hang on a minute. If I bring up a white sort of screen, you might be able to see me a bit more here. Here we go. Okay. Right, let's get the lightsaber out then. Sad geeky Dom. And we'll end the stream with this. So this is. Can you guess the colour? Do you want to guess the colour? Dated Rhyme. Dupe said execute order 66. Exactly. Now I may upset some people with the colour of this lightsaber. They might not like. Dated Rhyme's guessed purple. Dupes, what are you going with? Dated Rhyme, yeah, it was gone with purple. We're playing guess the lightsaber colour, guys. There's 6 of you in the chat. Let's try and get a couple more guesses. Dupes has gone green. Citrus has gone yellow. Okay, well we've had 3 guesses here, and Winbar's gone for Ian UK Blue. That's a good guess, Winbar. But here we go. Right, we're ready for the sound. Hopefully this picks it up quite nicely. And if you look as well, see if you can look at the base of the lightsaber. I'll turn this on here. Ready? It is yellow. It is yellow. Citrus was right. So yeah, the people that don't like the new sequels, you aren't going to like me because this is Rey's lightsaber, right? Spoilers. But yes, it's a yellow lightsaber. I feel very geeky, but it's fun, you know. It's very fun. My son, I've had to be careful because it's a 14 plus apparently this, but my son wants to swing it around and he's only 5 and he has smashed it a little bit, so I've had to be careful with that. But yeah, it was all yellow. Yes. So there you go. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? So very sad, very geeky. Thank you for watching, everyone. This has been Jedi Sacco with the latest Esports News UK weekly news stream. Wimbar said, fuck's sake, that's ruined the whole trilogy for me now. Oh no, Citrus Empire said Plo Koon also had a yellow saber. Yeah, and Dupe said, can't believe you've ruined a lightsaber colour for me. But these films have been out for ages now, haven't they? I'm not spoiling anything there, surely. I hope you guys are joking with me. Yeah, and also the Jedi Sentinels, I think it is, if we're getting geeky. I think it's the Jedi Sentinels. Let me Google this. I think they have yellow lightsabers. A group of Jedi that preferred working directly with the everyday citizens of the galaxy as opposed to blah, blah, blah. Yeah, also, Knights of the Old Republic. Really good game. I can say that lightsaber's based on, who was it? Bastilla, I think. One of the main characters from the RPGs. But I think she might have had a double-bladed yellow, if I can't remember now. Citrus said, Consulas have green, Guardians have blue. That's it, yeah, Sentinels are a mix of both, aren't they, in a way, yellow. Yeah, so sorry if I have done any spoilers there, guys. But those films have been out now for ages, and she's in the game with the yellow lightsaber. She's in Battlefront with it, so yeah. Right, that's it. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate it, as always, your support. Have a good rest of your weekend. Always a pleasure chatting with you. And I'm sure I'll be back with other articles and bits and pieces. And I'll try and do 2 streams a week. Saturday nights, 9, 10 p.m-ish. Usually nearer 10 p.m-ish. And then, I don't know yet, Tuesdays or Wednesdays. I need to get 2 Powered by MSI interviews out of the way. They will be hopefully towards the end of January, like Tuesday or Wednesday again. We're hopefully doing one in CSGO and one in Dota, but I'm still talking to the potential interviewees and interviewers as well. So yeah, thanks very much, everyone, and I'll see you next time. And may the force be with you. Let's do it again to be sad. May the force be with you. See you next time, guys.